The middle class is getting crushed, quietly, not in a dramatic headline-grabbing way, and not with panic in the streets, but slowly and silently, month after month. If you are in the middle class right now, you probably feel like you are doing everything you were told to do and still falling behind. You got the job, you show up, you pay your bills, and you are not reckless with money. Yet somehow it still feels tight, like one unexpected expense could ruin your entire month. You check your bank account, not because you are irresponsible, but because you are cautious, and you have learned that the margin is thin. Nobody really talks about that part, because on the outside, middle-class life still looks fine. There is a car in the driveway, food in the fridge, and a job title that sounds respectable. Behind the scenes, though, it feels like you are sprinting just to stay in the same place financially. What we call a normal life has quietly become expensive, and most people did not notice it happening in real time. Groceries are up roughly 25 to 30% in just a few years, not because people are buying more food, but because the basics cost more. Insurance premiums rise almost every renewal, even when nothing about your life changes. Utilities creep higher, even when you actively try to use less. Childcare costs so much in many areas that one parent's paycheck barely covers it, which makes people question whether working even makes sense. Cars are one of the biggest pressure points in the middle-class budget right now. The average new car payment is over $700 a month, and used cars are not far behind. That's not a luxury vehicle, but a regular car with regular features and a regular logo. Loan terms are stretched longer to make the payment look affordable, but that affordability comes at the cost of years of payments. Middle class now means working full-time, paying everything on time, and still hesitating before ordering extra fries. You're not broke, but you are definitely not comfortable. Here's where things really went sideways for the middle class. Costs did not rise slowly over decades, but jumped quickly in just a few years. Wages, on the other hand, politely strolled forward. Many people received raises of 2 or 3%, while inflation ran much higher. On paper, you are earning more money than before. In real life, your money does not stretch nearly as far. That gap creates a strange mental stress because you start wondering if you are the problem. You think maybe you need to budget harder, cut more, or just be better with money. The truth is, the math changed, and nobody warned you. When income cannot keep up with reality, debt steps in to fill the gap. Credit cards are no longer used for vacations and emergencies, but for groceries, gas, and everyday life. With average credit card interest rates above 20%, survival becomes expensive. Car loans have gotten longer, interest rates have risen, and monthly payments are smaller but never seem to end. Buy now, pay later quietly turned into renting your own lifestyle. Everything feels manageable until you realize you're paying double for things you already consumed. Middle class used to mean ownership and stability. Now it often means subscription living and constant payments. You don't fully own the car, the phone, or even peace of mind. Here's the part that really stings for a lot of people. The middle class pays for everything. You pay taxes at every level, you pay the highest interest rates, and you fund the system. When things go wrong, corporations get bailouts. The wealthy have assets and flexibility, and lower-income households receive assistance. The middle class gets told to work harder, be patient, and trust that things will turn around. That's the plan. This problem stays invisible because middle-class people still look okay on the outside. You're not sleeping in your car, missing meals, or skipping work. From the outside, everything appears fine. Inside, there is no margin. One medical bill, one car repair, or one missed paycheck can cause everything to wobble. That's not stability, but balancing on a financial tightrope with no safety net. Now, here's the good news, because there is good news. You are not powerless in this situation. The solution, however, is not what most people think. Budgeting helps, but budgeting alone will not save you anymore. You can't cut your way out of an income problem forever. At some point, the focus has to shift to earning more or earning differently. That might mean learning a higher value skill, switching roles, or negotiating pay instead of accepting the first offer. It could mean creating income that is not directly tied to clocking in. Middle-class households do not lose because they spend too much, but because income stays flat while life keeps getting more expensive. High-interest debt must be treated like an emergency, not something you slowly chip away at. Interest quietly steals years of your life, one payment at a time. Every dollar paid in interest is money you worked for that disappeared. Eliminating high-interest debt creates breathing room faster than almost anything else. Saving money protects you, but assets free you. Savings help you survive emergencies, while assets help you escape the cycle. That means investing early and consistently, using retirement accounts correctly, and building things that grow without constant effort. This is not about getting rich overnight, but about getting out of survival mode. Lifestyle upgrades have to slow down, even though that feels uncomfortable. This doesn't mean forever, but long enough to build leverage. Just because you can afford the payment doesn't mean you can afford the life. A lot of people look rich but feel broke, while a few people look boring and feel free. Freedom always wins. Here's the mindset shift that changes everything. The middle class did not fail, but the rules changed quietly, without an announcement or instructions. People who keep playing the old game of working more, spending more, and hoping it works out feel exhausted and confused. People who adapt by owning more, owing less, and investing early create options. If you're middle class and feeling squeezed, you're not behind. You are becoming aware. Awareness is dangerous in a good way, because once you see the squeeze, you stop blaming yourself and start building a new plan. If this resonated with you, hit the like button and subscribe. This channel is about real money conversations, with no hype, no shame, and no nonsense. The middle class is not doomed, but it does need a new playbook.